if you're watching this and you're an employee and you're working from home right now and you've got your own personal worries, I don't know if my router is secured or not. Like, what are some things you should be asking about your home network, even if your company is not requiring you to secure this or secure that or install this endpoint software? Like, what are some things you should be looking for in your own setup? What should I be checking my printer's password? Should I be checking my router? What should we be doing to help ourselves?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay.
On the, I guess, the basics. So let's, I guess, start with your internet.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still using the internet gateway that came with, your service, was Comcast, Verizon, wherever you are, usually those do come with strong passwords. So typically, unless you changed it from the default password
to admin, so you don't forget it.
Right, exactly. You would be good there. I would say, for your SSID or your Wi-Fi password, you definitely want to make sure that's strong. Again, typically, if you're using the company's, your ISP's devices, those still are relatively strong. But one of the things that most people don't think about is most of those gateways have a guest network. I would put untrusted devices on the guest network and probably say, what's an untrusted device? If you have Amazon, Google Homes,
right,
or any of those connected devices,
yes.
A lot of times you don't know where those devices are calling back home to,
yep.
and what type of interaction they may have with devices on your network.
Okay.
And sometimes, especially kids, have toys that require internet access, and those devices don't have I just say they weren't manufactured here.
Yeah, the robust defense systems that they could possibly. Yeah.
Exactly. So just, buyer beware with those. But that's something that's pretty simple that you can do, because the guest network just allows internet access. So you can browse the internet. It's just not going to allow access to other devices that are on the network.
Right.
Definitely make sure you have some sort of endpoint security. There are a ton of free options that are out there. If at all possible, and I say this loosely, try not to let your kids unsupervised go ham on your computer, especially if it's your work computer.
Yes.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. But if at all possible, try to monitor what's happening there. And actually, one thing you may, as an employee, may ask, if you are sharing your company or corporate device, maybe ask your IT help desk to create a local profile that's separate from your profile.
Yep.
So that at least
some off-hours work
to do that, exactly. You're not interacting with the work applications. And
interesting.
What happens on that profile will kind of insulate, something bad happening as far as data infiltration or, access to things that certain people didn't have access to. Another thing, not a lot of people think of, back to the IoT or the smart home devices, but if you're having, confidential conversations in front of your, smart speaker,
maybe
there have been numerous stories of those being recorded. Those recordings.
Infosec has demonstrated that for news companies. We have a guy here who broke into a news reporter's Alexa in his home in Seattle, so that he could see so he could wave to his family and play Rage Against the Machine for them. So that is a thing we're unfortunately well aware of. Yeah, they're very easy to pop into. New episodes of Cyberwork are available every Monday at 1 p.m. Central. And don't forget to claim your free month of Infosec skills. Sign up using the code CYBERWORK and you'll get unlimited access to hundreds of courses, hands-on labs, certification practice exams, skills assessments, and more. Use code CYBERWORK for Infosec skills.